Hey guys, it's Cherian, and I hope you're having a great week. I know some people had a 3-day weekend because the kids are already back in school, and then I know that vacation is coming to an end after Labor Day, like on the Northeast where we were. The kids would go back after Labor Day. Like here in Texas, the kids are already back in school. So this weekend was a 3-day weekend for them, and they loved it. So already been in school for 2 weeks. So I hope everyone's having a great day. Now, I did the title because why is it great to start a Karatbars business? Well, I'm going to talk about that. So today's Labor Day, okay? And Labor Day is always the first Monday of September. And unlike most holidays, it's basically viewed as the end of the summer vacation and the start of the new school year. That's really what Labor Day is now. And it's a few other things, but that's basically what it means. So when you hear Labor Day, like, oh, school year starts, or there goes the summer, can't wear white anymore, right? So now originally Labor Day was started to recognize the achievements and hard work of the American workers, okay? Unifying union workers, a reduction in work time. So, the workers, there were a lot of long hours, actually 7 days a week for the American laborer back then in the 1800s. Now, basically, those people back then, they're the ones that actually started building the infrastructure of this country, the roads, the bridges, all that, and the corporate workforce. That's how it all started. So they really were the backbone of this country. Now, they were going 7 days a week back then. So finally, the unions, and the unions back then were a very small percentage. They weren't as big as they were, let's say, in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. But they were still there. And at that time, whether you like unions or not, at that time, it really did help the American worker because they were a go-between between the worker and corporate, corporate America, the bosses, let's say. So they got them down to a 60-hour work week with higher wages, which was great. But there was still a problem. And the problem was now they had to build the economy. They had to start consumerism. So this is where not only were the laborers building the country, basically the infrastructure, now they wanted them to be consumers. So they talked with the unions, and the unions finally got them the 40-hour work week that we have today, or that we used to have anyway, right? Because now some people can't even get a 40-hour work week. And the higher wages. So now the business owners were all in favor of this. They thought it was the greatest thing because now the workers after work, they can go out and spend their wages on traveling, entertainment, and dining out, right? Consumerism. It all started back then. So as the U.S. economy expanded beyond the farming and the manufacturing class back then in the 1800s and the early 1900s, it became important for businesses to find more and more consumers interested in buying the products and services basically being produced by the American worker, so for the consumer. So you're probably wondering, Martha, why are you telling me all this? Well, I'm telling you all this because today, unions are being busted. Corporations are really the ones that are writing the laws in Washington that are affecting you. So they're basically writing everything, giving it to the politicians and saying, here, go vote on this. So really, and I'm going to be honest with you, I mean, our infrastructure is probably really the worst out of most of the countries, or I should say built up countries. I mean, China's infrastructure is strong. Most Norwegian countries like Northern Europe, their infrastructure is strong. Our infrastructure here is decaying. So that's why I'm telling you this, because if the unions are being busted up and the corporations are running everything, it really is a good time for you now to sit back and think, what's in it for me? Because you always have to come from that point. What is in it for me? It's a great time for you now to start a business. And it's an even better time now to start a Karatbars business, because I'm going to tell you, years ago when Karatbars first started, they didn't have a lot of stuff for their business partners to sell or talk to people about it. It was basically the gold, which is still the standard, and they had some business packages. But the business has now expanded. Now it's not only gold, and again, I will say it, they've disrupted the market. They've cornered the market on sale of gold. They have the gold-backed crypto, so now you have the gold-backed assets. They have the phone, which is going to that's going to start shipping soon. And that's going to be a total disruption to the telecommunications industry. And if you get your hands on one of those phones, if you buy one or win one with one of the incentives, you just have to show that to people. And I guarantee you it's a sale for you, cha-ching. So that's why it's a great time to get in, get yourself positioned in the right way with the company, and start your Karatbars business. That's why I'm telling you all this, because basically what Labor Day at now is, it's not about the labor anymore. Now it's another shopping day. So basically all the laborers, and I'm not being, mean or anything, but all the laborers now have to still work on Labor Day to help the customers in the retail stores. So that's basically what Labor Day has become. It has become a 50 to 60% off sale day. So now if you have your own Karatbars business, you don't really have to think about that. You just have to think about building your business. And you know what? You start with a package, you become an affiliate. It's a one-time cost. It's not going to cost you anything after that. It's just going to cost you your time in building it. Hey, Freezer. Happy Labor Day, Stephen. Hey, Jeff, how are you? Hey, Jatara, thank you. Thank you all for joining me. I guess everybody's off today, so that's a good thing, right? So you're able to see the video live. But that's what I want to talk to you about. So listen, I didn't go through the whole thing because it is Labor Day, but I wanted to make a point that you don't have to be a laborer for a corporation. You can be a laborer for yourself. You can have your own business. You can start it today. Karatbars. Now, I don't know if any of you are with Karatbars already, but if you are, you know that you can do this, right? Because you're doing it, and you should really be talking to everyone because Karatbars is expanding. And things are really coming together. They just had the gold, gold directors meeting in Stuttgart. So all of the leaders are coming back with some information, and I can't wait to hear from my upline what's going on because he was there. And we're going to hear all this great information. There's a lot of great surprises, things coming down the pike for us, more things to sell. So it's a really good time if you're watching this and you're not with Karatbars to get on the bandwagon and start your business today. It is absolutely worth it because remember, I always say it, Karatbars is the disruptor in everything. So I just wanted to come on and say happy Labor Day and give you a little history of Labor Day, how it started. Oh, and by the way, it officially became a holiday in 1894, which doesn't really mean anything still because it's a federal holiday and a lot of states don't even recognize it, obviously, because people are working in stores. Here we have garbage pickup here in Texas today in this area. So, the labor is really not being celebrated anymore. So I say to people, start your own business and celebrate yourself. Make your own day off. And if you have your own business, you can have a day off whenever you want. You put the work in, you can have the day off. So just a little food for thought, guys. I wanted you to think about that. Like I said, if you're with Karatbars, get moving. It's a great time to be with Karatbars. If you're watching this and you're not with Karatbars, maybe you should be. Maybe you should be doing something different. Do something for yourself, okay? You have to do it for yourself. No one's going to do it for you. And, I want to say I always appreciate everybody watching my videos and commenting. If you have any comments, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm always around, and I didn't want to make this a long one because it is a day off for people. But really, think about it and have a great day. And I will be back tomorrow with another video. So thanks for watching and peace out, guys.